Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here for a little Friday event, and when I say little, there wasn't much take-up, unfortunately, but it only takes two to race, and I'm sure we're going to see some racing. We are for the Virtual Racers Club Friday event, supported by Rich Energy Seal Oil. We're at Interlagos for a one-off with the little Renault Clios. Tuning is allowed, so they can get the better gearbox. They can put a good gearbox in there, get some good revs going, and they're going to have themselves a fancy little race. We've got 5 on the list, with Koi Carp making his way around at the moment. Homesick Alien's the fastest in free practice. They're going to go qualifying. I believe there is going to be 8 o'clock, I believe there's going to be a 10-minute qualifying session, followed by 2 30-minute races. And it's just set for real life, times 1 on fuel, times 1 on tyres. The BOP is off. They're on 100% on the car, which is 229 brake horsepower, and they are 1,335 kilograms in weight. Like I said, they've got to do they're doing their own tuning. There was a default tunings that was posted. I used it. It was from an old racer of ours, IR Graham. Took out the Renault Clio, come up with a nice setup for when we used to do the Clio Cup on a Sunday evening. It always worked for me. Oh, something's changed. He's changed the rim settings to go qualifying. But yes, it's they're fun little cars to race. I think those that did not sign up for this are going to feel a little left out, I think. A little left out for not taking part in this, what's going to be an absolute cracker. So who's just gone out there? Guesty? I think Guesty did take part in the Sunday Clio Cup. I'm not sure though. I'm just waiting for him to get on the track. I'm pretty sure, because I think I remember that livery. So Guesty, as he makes his way to the track, I will jump on board so we can have a little look at the spectacular little Renault Clio, a V6. Nifty little machine, you can see it wants to throw. Guesty all the way to the edge. 30 minutes of racing they're going to be doing around here. You've got minutes if you want to get in. If Homesick Alien's your friend and you've got a Renault Clio, get yourself in the room. Lickety split, even during qualifying, just go to the back. You just won't be able to set the car up. But like I said, in our Discord, in the sign up, there was a setup posted for those that needed a starting point. So how are you all? Oh my god, there's people in the chat already. I've just looked over at the stream video. Let me get my goggles out and I can tell you who's what and where. Koi first in the chat saying, evening my man, how the devil are you? I'm good. It's the weekend, it's party time. Ensign Hewitt saying hi thingy. Ensign Hewitt saying racing these makes me miss my Clio 172. Turtle saying good evening. Turtle was meant to race but he had a last minute at work so he couldn't make it. And Homesick saying good evening. Hello guys. We're in for a treat, yeah. Interlagos, good fun track. Nice and twisty for these Clios. And they've got their own gearbox setting, so you can see how far, like, Guesty there. He's giving himself a little bit more on the gearbox for the toe. Homesick Alien is asking if we're ready to get down to a little bit of qualifying. I've seen there's someone very special in the room tonight. I'm rather excited. And I'm gonna into qualifying. I'll pump him up, fill him up with VRC love when we get there. So Guesty, like I said, took part in the actual Sunday evening Clio Cup, so he's got a little knowledge of this car. Oh, I'm gutted. It doesn't look like Pat's gonna make it. Pat said he was going to try and come. And the name of the whole stream was in an ode to Pat's car that he was going to be driving. So, what a shambles, eh? That's what happens when you plan something in VRC. So that's why we tend not to plan things. We just do it. Just do. There is no try. Yoda told us this. We know this. There is no try. Just do. So Guesty out there, I think Homesick, there's a little delay on that start, so I'll make my way through. There's Coy in the Castrol. That car looks familiar as well. He may have been involved in the Clio Cup so long ago. Ensign Ewart, nice. He's gone plain silver, struggling to keep that car in between the white lines. She's nifty and she's fun. Groot out there. I think that's who we're waiting for an hour on. There he goes. He's a non-conformist. He will not R. He will not R up. He just says, good luck. And we'll be going into qualifying at any moment. So yeah, only 5 contenders, unfortunately. And you know, ironically, at GT Sport at its height, people were asking for 20 slots in the lobbies, and now, you know, barely get 5 in. Now, in all fairness, Friday nights, it's party night. It's not a league, it's just a one-off event, so I imagine people are just like, you know, I'll let that one fly. I'm going to watch Broadchurch or something. Watch the 50-year anniversary of Neighbours. So they make their way onto the track for 10 minutes of qualifying around here at Interlagos for the Virtual Racers Club Friday event. I should have put Renault Clio in that title. I forgot. I didn't even mention the Renault Clios. I got too excited about the sponsor. And Groot is in the house, people. Groot, one of the original VRC admins, moved on to bigger and definitely better things, and massive loving for the group. We think he is amazing. He's over with AXR Akipak Racing, I think is pronounced. I always get it wrong, so I always worry. It's not spelt like it said. Akipak. He's with Akipak Racing. They've got their own YouTube channel. They always host these amazing endurance races, sometimes for charity, sometimes for fun. And the whole 24 hours gets streamed, I know. So I've done a couple of stints here and there for them on the comms. So yeah, our old friend Groot just popped in for a little race with us, and big him up. He's with AXR, Akipax Racing. Check them out, Discord, YouTube, Facebook, they're everywhere. And they're very fast. So Groot might just be cleaning the floor this evening, although the Clio got away from him a little bit there. Right in the path of Coy. And I don't know if it affected Coy too much. But Homesick Alien is first on track, so he'll be the first lap we see in his ode to the Williams Renault Laguna, I believe, what they used to race in the BTCC in the days when I used to watch it, when they were supercars, when they were proper racing cars, not just road cars. I think it's just road cars now, isn't it, in BTCC? And they carry ballast and they go all sorts of different things. They really changed it from when I used to watch it. Good afternoon, says Barry. Greetings from the US. How's my buddy thingy? I'm goddamn great. How are you? Don't watch out for their food. It bloats you up, man. It's, yeah. When I was in America, I wanted to eat that good old American food. And, man alive, it carries on growing once it's inside you. Just expands. And then you just feel like you want to die. My usual order of a McDonald's is a Big Mac and a quarter pounder with cheese. It's greedy, I know, but I like both burgers equally the same, and I cannot decide between the two. So I have... In America, I tried that, and I nearly died. For real. So Homesick Alien crosses the line, sets a 1:46.8. Guesty immediately goes faster with a 1:46.62 and a half tenths of faster. Koi Carp then next across the line with a 48.1. Groot just behind, but we saw he had that spin, and he does a, where was it, 52, but we saw he had a bit of a spin or a wiggle on. And Ensign Newer goes third fastest with a 47.585. These cars really are delicious. I love them, I really do. They are fun little cars, and they're a great little drive. Cling on to the track, nearly. But they're pokey. You can poke them out of a corner quite nicely. Great for racing, I'm telling you. So Guesty, pole sitter so far. Homesick Alien, he's got to find a bit more. Remember, they do their own tuning. Where we did give them a default tuning just to help them along the way. But I'm sure they've had fiddles with them, had little plays. They changed the gearboxes. They try. The trick is they want to get their gearbox just topping out at the end of the longest straight, and maybe for the race bringing it back a little bit, so if they get a tow they've got a bit more engine there. And a nice short gearbox getting you through them corners, and it is more of a corner oriented track, so I'm sure their gearboxes are quite short to get them through the hairpins. And there goes Homesick Alien towards the line. Can he get them 2.5 tenths on Guesty? He goes up, he crosses the line. He does go faster, but not fast enough to get ahead of Guesty. Guesty did not go faster that time around. Groot's the man to watch as he heads towards the line. I don't know if he made a mistake this time. Koi Carp goes faster, but stays in fourth. Groot a 1:49. He's only a second off of Koi. He used to race Koi and Homesick. I don't know if he was around in the days of Guesty, or Guesty came after the Groot. He's had a few variations of Groot. When we loved him, he was I Am Groot, I think. But always Groot. So Guesty so far, your pole sitter in this a little Friday evening Clio Cup. A little treat. As we're currently, I don't even know if we're in limbo. We're just going full bolt with GT7 Sport. Mama Homesick in the chat saying, evening thingy, I had a lovely day with your wife and sons today. How was work? Work was work. It was all right actually. They went quite quickly. But the problem is you brought my wife and sons back. You could have kept hold of them for a bit longer. No, I'm joking. But yes, it is good. I heard it was a good day. You were climbing trees. Superb. Something I would never do, or have no inkling or feeling of what to do whatsoever. And seeing the bruises upon my wife's arms, I'm glad I don't have that edge to want to jump out of aeroplanes or climb trees. Guesty going faster again. Unstoppable. 3 tenths faster than Homesick Alien. Ensign Ewart coming up towards the line. Can he grab a little toe off Groot just to help him out? Koi Carp chipping away at Ensign's time. He's going faster again. Ensign Ewart doesn't look like he's going for that toe from Groot. Groot's gone faster, but he stayed there in 5th. 9 tenths from Koi Carp. Koi Carp going great guns at the moment. 800ths off of Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart, he's just tucked in nicely behind Groot. Not close enough for it to be an issue, but just close enough, I believe. Maybe, oh gosh, to get a tow. But the car's sliding underneath him. So you're running it a bit stiff. Could have softened that suspension a little bit, or put the toe out. I don't know if you can do toe out, but put the toe out to grab a little extra grip mid-corner. He's got a nice little oversteer there, he's going through there quite nice high gears, so he's running a nice low ratio. And he looks like he's having a blast there with that Clio, sliding from one side of the track to the other. It's a beautiful car to drive. Even I definitely say, if you've got the game, take the Clio out, but turn tuning on so you can mess around with the gearbox. And here we go then. Ensign is getting a lovely tow there. Homesick Alien's gone faster and he's got ahead of Guesty. They're on their final qualifying lap now. The time will run out before they reach the line again. And Homesick Alien is your pole sitter so far. Ensign again, a lovely tow off of Group, but he might have to back out of the next lap. So this is it, but he does not go faster. Oh, and he's had to back out of that one. Still might carry good speed though. Look at these cars, aren't they just delicious on their suspension, the way they lean over. I love a good road car race. Come on. So Homesick Alien just nabbed that pole of 46.391. What does Guesty have? This is their final chance. Their final qualifying lap. The timer is just about to run out now. And so far our grid is Homesick Alien on pole with Guesty alongside. Ensign at third fastest. Koikart fourth. And Groot fifth fastest, which surprises me very much. So I think he's holding back. But Guesty's not holding back. He's going full beans on this final lap. He's up. He's up. And we're not sure how Homesick Alien is doing. Let's have a look as the alien makes his way up the hill. And is he? Oh, he's not. He's backing out of it, I think. So I reckon that's so Guesty cannot get a tow. Doesn't want to help him out. But Guesty, is he going to get pole? He's heading towards the line. Homesick Alien backed out of his last lap. And there goes Guesty. He does, right on the dead, grabs pole position. Ensign Hewitt. Oh no, he's not next across the line. It'll be the Koikart. He's wiggling it from side to side. I don't think it's any faster, is it, for him? He was trying to get some more speed. Then it'll be Ensign Hewitt. No, it'll be Groot crossing the line. He goes faster but stays in fifth. And Ensign Hewitt in third. So that is our grid as they line up for a 30-minute race. I don't think there'll be pit stops. I don't think there'll be fuel stops. It's times one on the fuel, times one on the tyres. So it's just a straightforward 30-minute sprint race all the way, baby. With Guesty on pole position, Homesick Alien alongside him. And let's go racing. And it's go here at Interlagos for the Clio Cup, the Virtual Racers Club Friday evening event. And there goes Guesty chopping across the front of Homesick Alien saying, I got pole. And Homesick Alien following him through the Senna S's with Ensign Hewitt in third. Groot's jumped Koikart off the line. And Groot now making a way through as Guesty has to watch out for that tow coming down here. What can Homesick Alien do? He's sticking to the back. He's going for the long way round. Guesty owns the corner in front, but Homesick Alien getting a better drive up the inside. And Guesty's just about there, though. And Homesick Alien, oh my word, he's on the outside now. This is going back to Guesty. And Homesick Alien just has to wait for another moment, but he's got all the pressure. He's putting it on to Guesty. Oh, Groot's car having a wiggle. He's squirreling out the corner. Koikart all up in the back of his business. And Groot still getting used to that Clio, I reckon, as Ensign Hewitt draws closer to the leaders. Guesty, with his fights with Homesick Alien, is giving Ensign Hewitt half a shout in the contention, with Groot wiggling, squirreling again. His orange Renault absolutely loosey-goosey in the corners, and Koikart is eating it up. He's looking at the back of that car thinking, next squirrel, I'm through. No, Groot will be saying, yeah, I don't think so. Guesty then again giving Homesick Alien a tow down the straight. and that you really are defenseless when you're the lead car. There is nothing you can do except for just keep on the inside of the corner and hope for the best. It has to be said, and he's done just that, and he's stuck it there. Great guns, but he's gone wide now, and Holmes Galian's got the opportunity to draw up close. Guesty's still fighting for every apex, but there's Holmes Galian. He shoved it on the apex. Now he takes the lead. Guesty will grab the toe going down to the next corner. And this is absolutely ballistic racing from the leaders out there. Guesty looking for an opportunity. Can he get it into that corner? No, Holmes Galian has got it all sorted out. Oh, a little wide from Holmes Galian, giving Guesty a run at him up the hill. Superb racing for first place out there. Ensign Ewart slipping a little bit further back, but one small mistake from these two, and Ensign Ewart is going in for the kill. Koikarp's got himself ahead of Groot. I don't think... ooh, nice one up the inside on the brakes. Tough corner to make a move in, and yes, Koikarp doing a super job there, moving up ahead of Groot. Holmes Galian leading this, but Guesty having another look. Guesty just needs to stay nice and tight with Holmes Galian until they go up the hill, and then he can return the favour that Alien did to him the lap before. And he is sticking with him like glue. He's not even waiting for the toe. So it looks like Holmes Galian made a bit of a mistake in the final corner, giving Guesty a lovely run on him up the hill. And maybe Holmes Galian, sneaky move, will maybe lift it and let Guesty through so he can get the toe. Great racers here. The pair of them know exactly what they're doing. Guesty sticking to that inside line. He's a little further ahead of Holmes Galian. Holmes Galian's gone really late on the brakes there. Very late on the brakes, and Guesty, he's got it sorted. My word, the heart was in the mouth for a second there. Ensign Ewart is getting a great show ahead of him. Koikarp 2 seconds adrift of Ensign now, and he's leaving Groot behind somewhat. I want to go on board with Ensign Ewart there in third place, only 2 seconds ahead of Koikarp. Koikarp already making the move on Groot and is set to close down that gap on Ensign. Oh, they do take some speed into those corners, don't they? It's lovely. And there you can see Homesick Alien nibbling at the back of Guesty for first and second. We're sat on board with Ensign Ewart. It looks like he's inched away from Koikarp a little further. Woo! Watch the curbs, Ensign Ewart. Whoosh. Into the braking zone goes, and again Homesick Alien. Is he going to try and get a toe? No, he's just slipped back a little bit from Guesty. Guesty had an absolutely superb lap there on lap 3. 5 minutes into this 30-minute race. Still anything that can happen. But Guesty just inching away from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien still grabbing a bit of a toe there from Guesty as they go into the first corner. Oh, and Homesick getting a little bit sloppy on the first apex. He's pushing hard with Ensign Ewart slipping further back. Oh, Koi's lost a little bit more time on Ensign Ewart, and Groot also losing time on Koikarp. Guesty absolutely in the zone right now, and he is flying. Homesick Alien trying to stay with him, trying to lay the pressure on. But Guesty is the Iceman. He can just soak up that pressure. We've seen of recent races, he just soaks it up. He thrives on it. In the last races out, was it the Renault Megans? He had an absolute awful start in the first race and had an amazing comeback to about 5th, I think. Oh, no spoilers. He has a really good race. It's worth watching. Don't know what position he finished. In all truthfulness, it probably wasn't 5th. Can't remember. I never remember. I zone out during these races. It's just a mouth runs. The brain disengages and the mouth takes over. So Guesty pulling away from Homesick-Alien. Homesick-Alien cannot live with that pace, but he's got good pace on Ensign Ewart, who's a solid third place there, but he's hanging the Clio right out. Koikarp pulling even further away from Groot. Groot not getting on with the Clio out wide. And maybe the tune as refined as the other guys out there. It is a really good tuning that IR Graham came up with very long time ago as a default setup for these cars, and it does make them very, very racy indeed. I would say more racier than some of the Group 4 cars. More fun to drive, for sure. And Guesty there proving it, 1.3 seconds ahead of Homesick-Alien, who is 2.6 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart. I don't think Homesick-Alien, he did a 47.0 last time out. Guesty 46.2, amazing pace. Ensign Ewart did a 48.0 last time. He's missed, he's dropping back from them, but Koikarp, solid consistency from Koi. He'll be back on the back of Ensign Ewart in no time with this pace. Ensign Ewart doing 48s. He did manage to dip into the 46ers. I think he might have been getting a toe off the cars ahead of him when he was a bit closer. And yeah, Koikarp, look, he's less than 2 seconds now. Koi is easily catching up Ensign Ewart. And Ensign Ewart might find he's going to have to do a bit of defending here at Interlagos. Groot 6.8 seconds behind, and I've got to say, Groot is a very, very talented driver, and I just think he's taken the default tune out, although he's getting some speed now. Let's have a look how his gearbox looks up a hill. It just looks like it's not working for him in some of these corners. And he's not even in 5th gear yet, so I think, yeah, I don't think he's in 5th now. Let's see how close to the top he gets. Yeah, he's going up it. I mean, he's still got like a whole gear there he's not really using, isn't he? So yeah, I think Groot struggling with the tune-up of the car. As you can see, Guesty getting to the top of 6th. And that gives them the help they need to get those 146ers. Ensign Ewart, they struggle to stay in the track limits there. And again, Koikarp, you saw him flashing around that corner. He really is closing in on Ensign Ewart, and Ensign Ewart's got big problems ahead of him. He was doing 46.9s, he's dropped to 48s. So he's got the pace, he's just got to calm down. He's pushing, isn't he? He's seeing how quickly Koikarp is catching him. Koikarp consistently in the 47s, a 47.1 his last time around, and he really is starting to add some pressure to Ensign Ewart, who seems to be struggling, and it's not tyre wear at this point in the race. Koikarp sat in 4th. He was over 3 seconds behind Ensign Ewart, and he's really starting to find that Clio, and he's closing in on 3rd place. Koikarp looking for a podium position here at Interlagos for our Friday evening events here at the Virtual Racers Club. He's just about out of tow zone, but give him another lap and I think he'll be getting a tow from Ensign Ewart. Guesty 1.8 seconds ahead of Homesick-Alien, 46.5 for Guesty. Last time around he really is easily smashing out those 46ers. And Homesick-Alien 46.7. He's in the ballpark. He's got to try and get them low 46ers somehow, some way, because Guesty, he's not running away with it. It's only 1.6 seconds, still all to play for. We're 11 minutes into the race. Ensign Ewart, oh, he's managed to pull away a little bit from Koikarp. So Ensign Ewart digging deep. He's done 3 laps of 48s. He's definitely got to try and be aiming for those 47s, or Koikarp is going to be there. Groot, he's in the 48s now. Groot really starting to find low 48s. He's really starting to find his car underneath him. And Coy trying to close the gap on Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart driving for that 3rd place. He'd love a podium. I'm not sure he's had a VRC podium. I don't know if these count though. These are one-off events with low numbers. I suppose they should. Guesty, 6 seconds. Home Segalian must have made a huge mistake. And he's lost a load of time. There it is, coming up the final corner. We just caught the end of it, him coming back on track. So that's it. Guesty flying now. Nothing can stop him. He can only throw this race away at this point. Home Segalian's got to start looking in his rear view mirrors as Ensign Ewart sees him 2 seconds, and he's pulled away from Koikarp. Koikarp doing a 48.1. Ensign Ewart did a 47.3 last time out. So Ensign Ewart does have that pace in that car. And Groot, 49.8. Like I said, I don't think he's got full tune on that car, because he's only just getting to the top of 5th at the end of the straight. And the other guys, again, a big advantage out of a shorter gearbox, out of those hairpins, and making these cars very little nippies. So Guesty, 6.7 lead on Home Segalian. Home Segalian's made another mistake. Oh my word, Ensign Ewart was dreaming of 3rd, and he's got an inkling of 2nd place in the horizon. Home Segalian having a rough couple of laps in his Renault, and Ensign Ewart breathing some life into his Renault. He's pulled away from Coy. Coy got within a second of Ensign Ewart. It's back up to 2 seconds now, and Ensign Ewart will be picking up a nice little tow from Home 6 Clio, which will help him pull away from Koikarp even more so, as Guesty gets to cruise out there in the lead. Just look after the car. He's got 15 minutes of racing left. And Ensign Ewart a second behind Home Segalian, and Koikarp is only 1.8 seconds behind Ensign Ewart. So everything to race for here in the mid-pack, and Groot smashing it out. Guesty, 8-second lead then. What can he do at this point? I'm pretty sure he was a race winner from... you can hear rustling, I know. I'm going to try and sneakily eat popcorn. Popcorn's not loud, and you won't hear me masticate. I always worry before I say that word. Always just have to have a pause just to make sure I'm going to say it right. But yeah, I don't think you can hear any crunching or slapping because it's dry, so you won't hear like that chewy sound. And yeah, popcorn might be the answer. It's sweet and salt mixed as well, my fave. Can't decide between the two. It's the whole quarter pounder with versus the Big Mac. Can't choose, so I've got to have both. Oh man, that's cracking. I'll listen back to this stream and think, oh no, popcorn doesn't work either. So Guesty crosses the line, leading this race. Home Segalian's managed to pull away from Ensign Ewart. How professional. I'm even just chomping on popcorn while I'm telling you things. I used to turn the mic off when I ate. It's just polystyrene. I'm messing around with you. I'm not eating really. I'm just playing with some polystyrene, pretending to eat. It's theatre of the mind, people. So Ensign Ewart, 1.5 seconds ahead of Coy. This is the race, isn't it? Coy Carp. Definitely adding some pressure to Groot. I mean, not Groot. I keep reading Groot because I keep thinking I want to go to Groot in a minute. No. Adding some pressure to Ensign. They're 1.6 seconds apart. And Coy Carp has got the bit between his teeth. He can see third place up ahead. He's got a really cool engine helmet design. See the eyeballs, you see, as he's driving around the corner. He's on it now, isn't he? He really is starting to close up on Ensign Ewart. Looking out the back of Ensign's car. We've got 12.5 minutes left of racing. Guesty's got a tremendous lead. This race is his to throw away. And I don't think we'll see Guesty do that. Whoa, 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 Ensign on the curbs, getting a little wiggle on. Coy Carp drawing ever closer, straight into the tow zone. It's not where you want him to be. As they make their way up the hill, the Castrol Clio closes in on the back of Ensign Ewart's Silver Dream machine. And there he's getting ever closer, ever closer. And here he goes, pulls out to get him under braking into the first corner. He's not quite close enough, is he? Ensign Ewart's holding ground, and wow, what a move from Coy Carp. Textbook stuff there. Beautiful move from Coy. I thought he'd left it a little late there, but he didn't. He got in there, no contact. Great move. Ensign Ewart now, he gets to get the tow and go back for the attack. And with Coy's pace, he'll be chasing after Homesick Alien at this rate as they make their way around the track here at Brazil, Interlagos. Very special track. And Ensign Ewart giving it his all. He had a podium in his hands there, but Coy Carp just mugged him right off. And Coy, 4.7 seconds adrift of Homesick Alien, who's 8.9 seconds adrift of Guesty, who's absolutely hammering it out there. He's sticking to the mid 46ers, and he's not deviating from that plan. Groot, who I promise you is a race winner, he's very skilled. I just don't think he's got the tune today. I think the gearbox is a little long on his orange Clio. I don't know if he's in our Discord. I should have messed it. I should have. See, I thought I'd heard Coy Carp saying Groot might join, and I should have sent him the setup, the default one, for his perusal. I might try and do it in the break. Oh, I don't know though, because I don't know if I can do all screenshots and stuff. That's stressful. But Guesty flying at the moment, 8 seconds in the lead. Homesick Alien 46.6, 46.2 is the fastest lap. He's getting purple, so Homesick Alien, if he can't get the win, he wants to get the fastest lap, it looks like, pushing the Clio. And they're down to three-quarters of a tank of fuel, so the cars are getting lighter. Tyres are showing a little red though, not much. They could easily handle 30 minutes around this punishing track. And I was just waiting for another sector for Homesick Alien, see if he's still purple. Attacking Guesty's fastest lap so far. Guesty 9 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien at this point in the race. So I think Guesty's going faster, because it was 8 seconds, wasn't it? So, oh no, he's up on his own time, but down on the fastest lap. Oh, that must be, yeah. 9 seconds doesn't look very far in that little map in the corner. There you go, Guesty crossing the line. Wow, 46.0. So Guesty absolutely annihilating those lap times. Homesick Alien just Doesn't quite have the pace of Guesty today. Koi Carp. Oh, here we go. Ensign Newer right on the tail of Koi. These two fighting all the way to the end. That's a good camera. Jeez. I am on the fancy camera for the long shots, but still, you think they'd follow him around into that first corner. As it is an overtaking place, you think they'd just keep an eye on the cars as they go by. So Ensign Newer is battling with Koi Carp, but Koi Carp's soaking up the pressure at the moment, and he's taking it. He's taking everything Ensign can throw at him. Ensign Newer, great little driver. He's recently joined the Virtual Racers Club. He's done a full season, I think, in I don't know what, maybe not, but yeah, always eager for a race, very up for chatting in the Discord. He's a great little lad. Glad to have him around. Guesty, 9.4 seconds, untouchable. Guesty the untouchable here at Interlagos in the Clio. His setup and skill combined is producing some amazing laps. That must be why he's got the purple wing mirrors. Say they're the sectors, they're the colour of my sectors. Homesick Alien chasing him down, 9.5 seconds, one mistake is all it took for Homesick to slip so far down. Koi Carp, can he get 6.5 minutes stay ahead of Ensign Ewart? Groot is here. Sorry, Groot. It's difficult because I think the tunings, your gearbox might be too long, so you just don't stand a chance, I'm afraid. Guesty the unstoppable. Koi's got to slide on. That's all Ensign Ewart wants to see. He wants to see that his pressure is paying off. And now Ensign Ewart moving alongside, and we have got a battle royale to the end. And Ensign Ewart makes the move up into the podium position, and Koi keeping an eye around the outside of Ensign Ewart, and Koi Carp really does fancy that position, and Ensign Ewart does as well, which means we get fun here on the YouTube broadcast. Could you imagine if we had a few people signed up for this, all these little Clios racing around? It would have been superb. This is superb, but thicker fields mean more racing, more choice, and Koi Carp sticking to the back of Ensign Ewart. He is not letting him get away in any way, shape, form whatsoever. And they're having themselves a tidy, lovely little battle for the duration of this race. And now Koi Carp poised. Ensign defending the inside of the corner, but like I said, it doesn't always help you. And Ensign Ewart getting through. Center S is absolutely fine. Onto the straight now. This is where Koi will get another toe, but this next turn is a very tricky turn to try and make a move in. Koi, that's where we saw him make a move last time, wasn't it? Ensign Ewart again defensive, so he's slowing himself down, but he can only drive defensive to try and protect that third spot. 4 minutes on the clock, it's a long time to go, and Koi Carp really is pushing. Oh, Koi sliding again, but he stayed with Ensign Ewart all the way through that corner. Koi Carp having a look up the inside, under braking into the hairpin, and Koi really has got that car sweet as a nut in the hairpins, and it doesn't look like there's anything Ensign can do. But then coming out the corner, Ensign Ewart seems to have a bit of a better drive. Oh, so close without touching. Beautiful racing from these two chaps. Doing a super job. Great stuff. So Koikart back in third place, with Ensign Ewart doing anything he can to try and get ahead. Guesty leads this race by, he was about 9 seconds last time we looked. And Ensign Ewart trying to line him back up. Koikart back up for another tow into the first corner. Koikart staying out wide. He's not going in to protect. Yes, he is now. Pulling over to protect that inside line. Ensign Ewart just taking his normal line, hoping Koikart will compromise himself in the corners. Giving Ensign Ewart a good run on him out of this corner. It looks like Ensign Ewart made some beautiful lines through that corner. Gets a great drive out onto the straight. Koikart had to compromise himself a bit through the centre S's. Now he's got the tow, and Ensign Ewart looks ready, poised to try and take it, but it's around the outside, which is a tough call to ask. And Koikart has got it under control and still in third place for the Castrol Clio. And that was some stunning racing we're seeing there, and they're still continuing on. 2 more minutes on the clock. Guesty leads from Homesick Alien, and the battle for the final podium position is what we have been entertained with for the last, 10 minutes? Is Ensign Ewart and Koikart. Ensign, whoa, he was going for something there outside the box, but decided to back out of it. They'll still have another lap after this one. Ensign, don't get too rash. But they're really fighting for every corner, these two. Their hearts must be pounding. And again, Ensign Ewart, he can get right up to the back of Coy, but getting by him is just a totally different thing. Again, Ensign Ewart trying to get the tow up the straight, up the hill. I mean, straight, it's about as straight as it gets here at Interlagos, as Homesick Alien crosses the line to start his final lap in second place. And Ensign Ewart, Koikart staying right over to the left of the track, comes back out onto the racing line. Ensign Ewart having a look up the inside, gets on the brakes. Koikart, oh, there's contact, oh my word. And Ensign Ewart continues on. It looked like they were side by side there. I wouldn't like to appoint blame. I couldn't, even if I wanted to. So Guesty leads this race by 12 seconds. Unbelievable pace by Guesty. And Homesick Alien, I imagine, will be messaging him saying, what's going on with your tune there, Arkid? What's that done to that tune to make that car like a rocket? Ensign Ewart then, he's under pressure from Coy. Coy going for that inside line. Looked rather easy. Not sure if Ensign let him have that one for the contact earlier. Unsure. Groot, fair play. He stayed with it, and he stuck with it, even though he's not got the car underneath him. He's a good lad, is Groot. Lovely to see him. And here we go then. Oh, God, wrong banner. So there's Guesty coming up to cut the line as winner of the first race of the Friday evening Virtual Racers Club event, the Clio Cup. There he goes. Great drive from Guesty. Great win. Homesick Alien brings her home in second place, and he just didn't have that pace that Guesty showed today. And Homesick gets himself second place. Koikart looks like he's going to get the final podium position ahead of Ensign Ewart. So, is he though? They're coming up to the line. Ensign Ewart's going to have one last go. And there you go. Koikart finishes on the podium. Take a boo, my son. Ensign Ewart in fourth. And Groot, fair play to him, carried on. But I reckon his gear's just a little too long around here. Got to put that racing gearbox in and shorten those gears, Groot. What we want. There he goes, crosses the line with a beautiful display. And that was race 1 here at Interlagos, and it was fun. There's Guesty holding his trophy. Got a coral and a trophy. Pole position, fastest lap. That's the Grand Slam, innit? I think you have to lead the whole way, and he didn't lead the whole way. Did he? Homesick got by him, didn't he, at some point? Yeah, I think Homesick got by him. So, I'll take you to the race results, but really, I'm not sure if there's much point. And, I don't know, is there someone out there? Send Groot the setup. Someone send Groot the setup. Give him half a chance. Guesty then takes the win ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien stuck with him for a good sort of 7 or 8 minutes there at the beginning of the race, giving him a fight. But Homesick Alien making a small mistake, dropping back. And then he was always chasing after Guesty after that. Koi Cup and Ensign Hewitt was absolutely a delight tonight. What a cracking race. Ensign Hewitt, solid third place most of the way. Koi Cup coming from nearly 3 or so seconds behind. Ensign Hewitt slipped into those 48s, giving Koi Cup half a chance to catch him up. And then Ensign Hewitt had his hands full for the rest of the race with Koi Cup getting that third place away from him in the end. A great drive from Koi and Ensign Hewitt. And Groot finishing in 5th, but like I said, I don't think he's got a tune on that car. I think he's taken default car out. Okay then, I don't know how long it is, the gap. Akapax Racing, check them out on YouTube, Facebook, and Discord, if you can. I'm pretty sure you probably can. Or Selling Guesty, he's amazing. And Koi Cup saying to Ensign, that was some of the best racing he's had. He loved it, absolutely cracking. So beautiful stuff. And Homesick Alien will be saying how long it will be till next race. I think he's qualifying again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, so you guys can just sit and chill. As Groot left. I thought he might. That's a shame. But Pat's joined, so things that might get a little interesting now. Pat's here. Pat's on track as well, so we'll go and find Pat. I wonder if I shamed him into it. Because I said I've caught the whole stream after him. And then he wasn't here. So there we go. You can watch Pat for a little bit, pottering around, whilst I go and stretch my legs, I think. I'm just waiting for him to get out of the pit so I can do the number thing. And again, at 9 o'clock, we'll be up for some more racing. Anyone out there who wants to come and race, come on, grab a Clio, have a look at the setup on Discord, get yourself in here. I'm calling out to you. This is fun. And Koi in the chat saying, "You're right, Mr. Thingy, my heart was pounding." I imagine that looked like some close racing, my friend. Beautiful stuff. So, yeah, you can look at Pat's Rich Energy Seal Oil, all natural seal oil, sponsored Clio, as I go and stretch my legs. I shall return before 9 o'clock. 9 a.m., 9 p.m. Howdy ho, gang. We're back again, ready for race 2. Only minutes to spare. A minute to spare. That was tight stuff, wasn't it? Yeah, I made a brew. I made a warm beverage. I thought, you know what? I've got time to kill. I finished my fag pretty quick. Oh, Pat's in the chat saying couldn't make the first race, had to go out briefly at short notice. Oh, yeah. I wonder what he's been up to. So we're getting ready for race 2. That was a cracking little 30-minute race. And, you know, lack of numbers. It was only put up for sign-up this week. It was just a fun little thing to do for people who haven't got anything to do on a Friday night. Those that don't go out partying. And, yeah. It's a cracking little race with the Clios. Always good racing with the Clios, I've got to say. So Pat's joined the fray now. There's Koi Carp. After his podium, will he try? Is he going to get another podium? I'm not sure what's going on with the grid. I don't know. I think I'm looking for the sign up. Oh, a Clio Cup. There we go. I don't think it says anything about race 2. Does it? Oh yes. I think it's a reverse. It's a reverse rolling start for the second race. So Pat. Oh no, I'm not sure. Pat might be at the back actually because he joined later. And I guess we'll see Ensign Hewitt leading them away. And I imagine they'll be starting their 30-minute race. Let's have a look at Pat's gears then as he comes up the straight. It's good. It's looking good. Not bad. Probably. Yeah, I'd say get away with shortening them a little bit more, but if he's comfortable with them, I'd stick with it. So, Homesick Alien asking if we are ready for race 2, and you know what? By George, I am. Don't know if you guys are. Pat with his K. Coy with his Y. What's the crack here? What's all this dissent going on in the ranks? My word. We'll just use any random letter from the alphabet, shall we? Conformity is what we like. When do we want it? Now. How do we want it? All at the same time. So Coy, getting those back wheels flashing up, ready for race 2, ready for Humdinger number 2. My word, Guesty v Homesick, early part of that race. And then we had the Ensign and Koi Carp show. Ensign Hewitt versus the effing fish. Used to be called that because someone once in their own stream, I can't even remember who was racing and kept calling that effing fish. And the nickname stuck for a while. I haven't heard it for a while, so I thought I'd reprise it because I thought Coy would love it if that came back into fashion again. So Pat leads them away on a rolling start. No pressure, Pat, you know, not much practice. Jumping straight in with the rich energy, all natural seal oil liveried Clio, leading them away into the Senna S as Ensign Hewitt next down the line with Koi Carp in third, Homesick Alien fourth, and Guesty all to do from the back. But we know his pace is strong, and Pat's just got to stay in a nice tight delta lap time. But he hasn't had the practice these guys behind him have had. They've already got a 30-minute race under their belt. Ensign Hewitt wasting no time in the tow. All over the Pat. Pat's trying to defend. And Ensign Hewitt looks like he backed out of that one. Thought, no, wasn't worth it. And Coy's closed right up to the back of Ensign. You can see them back ends just slide around the corner. Delicious. Delicious car, it has to be said. Guesty then fifth, trying to catch up those guys. And Ensign Hewitt again having a look at Pat. Seeing what the chances are. Ensign is sliding around. He's got the inside line into the hairpin. Is he going to make it stick? But Pat's on the inside this time. Pat side by side through the hairpin. And Ensign trying to get through, but Pat's there. And now Koikap's right on their tail. But Pat still holds the line in the lead. And Ensign is trying to edge Koikap out, trying to make it more difficult for Koi. Koi runs out of track, but Ensign gives him just enough. And there's some action here between Homesick and Guesty. My word, I don't know what though. Let's have a quick look. So Homesick, Guesty. Oh, I think Guesty had a little knock with Homesick. Homesick slid into Guesty. Guesty had to scramble back on track again. And nothing too much to see. And Pat still leading from Ensign and Koikap. They are going great guns down here. And Pat, he's a lamb to the slaughter on this straight, trying to break the toe, all three of them. And it's going to be 3 wide into the first corner. That is too scary. And Pat then makes his way into the first corner. Ensign has got it all wrong out wide. Koikap gets the position, and now he chases after Pat. And the last time we see Pat versus Koi was the 1v1 contest. And Koikap looks like he's not wasting any time getting the job done on Pat, and he's through. And Koikap now leading the race just about. Pat still there with him as they go into the first corner, heavy on the brakes, and Koi in but sideways, but maintains it, and Pat stays with him up the hill, might get a run on him. Koi lost a bit of time with that slide, but Pat is on the outside there. It's a tough call to get around, and there they go sliding. Oh, I thought Pat lost his back end. Ensign in with the shout, and now Ensign is having a look at Koikap for the lead, and they are shaking it up out there. Shake it up. Shaking it up. So Koikap leads from Ensign Pat there is right on it with Homesick Alien on their tail, and Guesty playing catch up, but he's virtually caught up. And Koikap leading his way, but can they maintain that for 26 minutes? Beautiful. These Clios are absolutely delicious. We should race them all the time and never race anything else. Oh, Pat having a look up the inside of Ensign. He's put himself on the back foot now against Homesick Alien, who's going to come up the hill alongside him. Guesty's going to follow Homesick through. And Pat, I'm afraid, just trying to have that move on Ensign put him on the back step coming out of the final corner, and that gave Homesick Alien and Guesty the opportunity. Guesty going for Homesick as well. Pat getting a toe off of Guesty. Koikap dealing with the pressure of Ensign We've seen this one before. But Koikap, oh, and Pat's gone straight on. Pat's gone straight on in the first corner. I think he got caught out by the toe, because he's been leading this whole race. He probably hasn't known what the toe's like into that first corner. And he's probably done some avoiding action on Homesick and Guesty there. Koikap leads the way, but Ensign giving him another run for his money. And Ensign is feisty today. He wants some of this, and again he's having another look at Koi. Koi seeing him off the inside. Homesick Alien and Guesty in their own private battle just behind, and Pat, he's going to get accustomed to the Clio now without all the pressure, and Koi just soaks up that pressure from Ensign who's looking one way and looking another. Ensign maybe a little faster than Koikap at the moment. And Homesick and Guesty are just sat there waiting to get going. We are 25 minutes left of this race, 5 minutes in, and it's been action-packed all the way so far. Koi is your leader. Koikap is the leader of the race. He's the leader of the pack, with Ensign was giving him some great pressure just now, but now it looks like Ensign slipped back a little bit, and Homesick Alien is ready with Guesty in tow, and this is gonna be interesting as Homesick Alien gets a run on Ensign Guesty stays in the toe of Ensign and Homesick Alien may be left out to dry here. He's got to go late break on Ensign to get the job done. Ensign's trying to stick it around the outside. Ensign's there on the inside. Oh my word, Ensign survives and stays in second. Homesick Alien stays third. Guesty gets a run on Homesick Alien down this straight now. And now, my, that was close racing. And there was a door banger there, but wow, what a beautiful sight. And Ensign Newer into the third corner, trying to fight with the Clio. He's got two very fast boys behind him. And Pat's lost a little bit more time. He needs to be trying to get some good laps in whilst these two are hunched up behind Ensign Newer, who's losing a lot of time to Coy. This is playing well into Coy Carp's hands, as Ensign Newer has to fight off. Oh, Guesty's ahead of Homesick. Homesick said, after you, my friend. You have a go. He's difficult to race with. He's difficult to get by. And Guesty says, watch this. Hold me beer. I'll show you. Ensign's like, come on then. I'll take you all on. Beautiful. And meanwhile, Coy Carp 1.4 second lead at the moment from Ensign Newer, who's got his hands very much full with Guesty and Homesick Alien. They look like they're trying to come through now. Ensign Newer, though, we saw he had more than enough in that first corner, but Guesty's through. Homesick Alien's going for Guesty's toe. And if Homesick Alien gives Guesty a little bump, they'll both make it through. No, they're going to go three wide into the first corner. Guesty just slightly ahead of Homesick Alien. Ensign Newer again trying to stay around the outside, and again it works for him. Ensign Newer, the audacity of the man. But now Guesty's going to get a great toe coming down the start of this little straight. Not even going to get a toe. He's just got a better drive out of the corner, and Guesty blasts on by. No, still not by, but he's up the inside, and that, you've got to say, is Guesty's now. Ensign Newer's gone wide. He's come back on again, but how much more can he take? Guesty up into second. Homesick Alien alongside Ensign Newer. Ensign Newer has decided he is fighting everything. And so be it, it's great. But now Guesty, Homesick Alien are in second and third. Ensign Newer in fourth. Pat's not lost any time out there. He's still getting good time out of his Clio. Coy Carp, 2-second lead. But we know that Guesty can do a 46 dead. He did in the first race. So Coy Carp, he's got to keep it very clean, very steady, and watch his back. Keep his eye in that wing mirror. And try and keep that back end from sliding through the corner. But it does look good. I do like it. More of it. More Clios. Guesty up the hill, chasing down Coy, and Homesick Alien is thereabouts. Ensign Newer only a second behind him. He's not lost too much time from that, and Pat is maintained that 6 seconds, so he's losing no time on the guys ahead of him. He just needs them to come back to him a little bit. One small mistake, look at it. Coy, though, 1 point. No, he's pulled out a bit of time on Guesty now. So Coy Carp doing what he needs to do. He's got 20 minutes to keep those lap times near on perfect. A 47.3, 47.3 and a 47.4. Amazing consistency from Coy Carp. Guesty did a 47.5, 47.9 and a 47.2. So he's not quite on pace with Coy. Homesick Alien are right there behind Guesty. Where's Guesty's 46 come from then? Oh, his second lap. Homesick Alien going for a move around the outside of Guesty. Just letting Guesty know he's there. He's just saying, yo, I'm right here, bro. Don't forget about me. So I'm going to get you up the inside. And a beautiful battle here between Homesick Alien and Guesty, as you see Coy Carp out there in the lead in his Castrol Clio. And Homesick Alien all up in Guesty's business. They've got Ensign Newer 1.3 seconds behind, slowly pulling away from Ensign Newer as Homesick Alien flashes up a purple sector, going for Guesty's fastest lap. Oh, and they're getting very close to Coy Carp now. I don't know if Coy Carp's just made a small mistake, or this is just the pace of Guesty and Homesick. They are using tunings. So they might have found a little bit extra in the corner, from the corners with their setups. Koikar goes 7/10 down. He's been doing 47.3s. That was a 47.8. Guesty with a 46.5. Homesick Alien with the fastest lap of the race, 46.3. Ensign Ewart 1.7 seconds behind him now. He's lost his mate Coy. He should have stayed there. And Pat 8 seconds adrift on that lap. Koikar still leads this race though. Guesty getting a good tow down into the, I think it's third corner. I don't know how many corners Centre S counts as. Or turn 4 maybe. And Guesty having a look at Coy. Coy trying to make his Clio as wide as possible. And if these three all get into a bit of a jamboree, then Ensign Ewart could pull himself back into the fray. A 46.8 from Ensign Ewart. Great speed. Great pace from Ensign Ewart. If he keeps that up, he'll be back on the back of these three in no time. Koikar driving a little defensive, does slow you down a little bit. You can see he did a 48 last time around, trying to protect his lead from Guesty. And Guesty now, he's going to be under threat from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien all up in Guesty's rear view, trying to grab his attention. And now Homesick Alien trying to go up alongside Guesty. And Koikar in his rear view mirror saying, yeah, race each other, not me. Leave me alone. And due a win. And Homesick Alien does move ahead of Guesty, but it's quite early, so Guesty's going to get the tow down the straight. And maybe a run on Homesick Alien in the Centre S's. But Koikar so far leads. Homesick Alien in second. Guesty are right on his tail. Ensign Ewart 2.4 seconds back. He's lost a little pace there. He should be trying to catch those guys up. Pat now 9 seconds. Staying consistent in the 48, struggling in that first corner. And look at this, Homesick Alien and Guesty going great guns for second place, which is all good for Koikar. It gives him a bit of security out there in the lead whilst they're fighting each other. Koikar can get on with the business of leading this race, but now Homesick Alien is there and he's upon him in the Blend 37 Renault Clio, just ahead of Guesty's Graffiti. Oh, what a beautiful shot where they all pulled out on each other then. And oh, Coy is the cork in this bottle. Guesty and Homesick Alien side by side, all through the hairpins, trying to find a way past. And is this it? Homesick Alien going for a break up the inside of Coy. Coy's there, still on track. He's giving him enough space. But Homesick Alien now leads this race, it looks like. But Coy's keeping with him all the way up the straight. Is he going to do an Ensign Ewart and just stay there? No, it looks like Homesick Alien now up. But Coy's going to get a good tow down the straight. And he could try and do like Ensign Ewart did. Stay there around the outside, which gives him the inside of the corner when they get to the bottom of the hill. But at the moment, Homesick Alien on the brakes into the first corner. Koikar trying something, but he's just not got it. And oh, Guesty from nowhere. And oh, Koikar's fighting with his car. And yeah, Guesty doesn't want Homesick Alien to get away. Feels he saw a gap, went for it. Oh no, maybe he's lifting. He's letting Koikar back through again. So maybe it was an accident. And that helps Ensign Ewart. Look at that, with that messing about between Guesty and Coy has brought Ensign Ewart back into the fold. 7/10 away. Pat, he's doing beautiful 48s. I'm not sure. I think I said his gearbox could have been shortened a bit, and I think that is the story of the day for Groot and Pat, is the gearbox might be just a little too long, I'm afraid. Whoa, beautiful though, Pat. I love the slide in. Wow, that was fast. Wow, what a fast car. So Homesick Alien leads. Koikar still keeping Guesty at bay. And Guesty's trying to find a way past the Castrol Clio at the moment, but cannot find it. Oh, is this it now? Side by side going into the final corner, but Koikap is on the inside onto the curb and up the hill ahead of Guesty, and they're losing ground to Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien pulling himself out a lovely buffer. And Ensign Ewart, he closed within a second of these two, but he's dropped back a little bit now to 1.5 seconds as Guesty pushes Koikap to the max to try and get that second place from Coy. And Coy doing all he can to protect it. Homesick Alien 1.6 seconds in the lead now, and this is working out lovely for Homesick Alien. He's like racing Coy, race Guesty all day long. We're over halfway into this race. This has been a flyer. We're 13.5 minutes left on the clock as Guesty goes for another move on Koikap. Koikap, though, keeping that inside, making Guesty go the long way around. And Coy still second place. Guesty, he must be starting to get frustrated at the sight of the back of that Castrol car now. And Ensign Ewart is still there, still on sight, still ready to pounce. Homesick Alien, oh, Guesty going for another move, flying up the inside. He's gone wide. Koikap's coming back at him. Oh my word! And Coy and Guesty side by side, and this is a battle royale between the Graffiti Clio and the Castrol Clio here for your Friday night Virtual Racers Club event. A Rich Energy Natural Seal Oil presents to you the Renault Clio Cup, and it's been delicious. It should go Fridays. After the Max 5s, they should do a full season of these bad boys, because it's delicious, it's great. Homesick Alien leading the way, 1.5 seconds. Guesty is through now. What can Guesty do? We saw him doing 46 zeros in the first race, and that's what he's going to have to do to fight against Homesick Alien, who's languishing in the 47s at the moment. And Koikap's not letting Guesty get away with anything. Oh, I thought he'd brake late there, did Coy. But he's right on Guesty's case again. And Guesty cannot shake off Koikap. This is fantastic. All the time, Ensign Ewart is hanging around there by a second. And he's looking like he could be involved in this as well. As Coy and Guesty battle it out a little bit more, but Guesty gets a smoother drive through that last corner, and he just pulls out 0.5 second on Coy, who's now only 7/10 ahead of Ensign Ewart, who's going great guns now. His tyres just nicely warmed up, just at racing temperature, and he's bringing the noise to the back of Coy. And there is Pat. Still hasn't managed to get out the 48s. I think it's that a longer gearbox that's causing him the pain. But he's sticking with it. And he's got a great looking car. Homesick Alien 1.8 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty did a 47.1 his last time around. Homesick Alien a 47.3. This really is a battle. Koikap trying to keep up with Guesty. Wants that toe, but he's just dropped out the toe, I think. He's a second behind, but so is Ensign Ewart to Coy. And Ensign Ewart, he's really got to hammer in. Oh, he's been doing some lovely 47, low 47s. Koikap, though, he did a 47.4 his last time around. But Ensign Ewart should have the pace with those. Oh, a 46.8 from Ensign Ewart, and that is the way to catch up. Koikap doing a 47.3 his last time around. Guesty got it down to 1.5 seconds, did a 46.5 his last time around. A 46.5 for Homesick as well. Nothing in it between the two leaders, but Guesty's got to dig deep and go a little faster in the last 10 minutes than Homesick Alien to try and get the double win tonight. Koikap, he's already had the podium. Him and Ensign Ewart fought vigorously over it, and Ensign Ewart only a second behind Coy, and he thinks it's his turn for the podium. This time around, pushing his little wheels off that Clio, he is. as he chases down Coy. Coy just has to keep it steady. Guesty 1.7 seconds. It's just not, it's going to be a tough call. Homesick Alien. But we did see Homesick Alien make a mistake in the first race, not trying to jeopardize anything. But we did see that happen. He's getting purples at the moment. Guesty pushing hard to try and catch up the Alien. Koi Carp still a second ahead of Ensign, but Ensign always looks ready to cause some trouble. Pat got into the 47s. Superb stuff for Pat. It's just a shame he wasn't here for the practice ahead. We probably could have sorted out his gears and got him low 47s. He would have been a contender today. With Homesick Alien 1.6 seconds lead on Guesty. They're both just trading 46s now, with Homesick Alien doing a 46.4, Guesty doing a 46.5. Koi Carp 9/10 ahead of Ensign Ewart, did a 47.2. Ensign Ewart 47.1. It's so tight here between these guys. And Homesick Alien 1.4. Guesty, we know, I think Guesty a little bit faster than the Alien. See, he did a 46 dead in the first race. As soon as he got a bit of clear air, he just pulled away into the distance. At the moment, Homesick Alien doing just enough to stay exactly where he needs, keeping Guesty at that 1.5 second distance. As soon as Guesty gets within a second, he'll be in with a tow. And that's when anyone's in trouble, when they're giving a tow from behind. Koi Carp, 2 seconds adrift to Guesty now. He's pulled a little bit away from Ensign Ewart, doing the job he needs to do. As Ensign Ewart pushes on to try and catch up with Koi Carp. Superb stuff. Whoosh for Ensign Ewart. Car 34, the Silver Dream Machine. So Homesick Alien is leading this race. We've got just under 7 minutes left of racing here at Interlagos. And Homesick Alien posting a 46.3. Meanwhile, Guesty a 46.2. And it's going to be an intense 6 minutes of racing left, with Guesty going for that final push to try and catch up with Homesick Alien. Koi Carp, he's steadily pulling away from Ensign Ewart now. And Koi Carp looking set for his second podium of the day. He's up on his own time. He got a 46.9 his last time around. He's done a 46.7. So Koi Carp finding some good pace in that little Clio. Ensign Ewart 1.7 seconds behind Koi. Itching to get closer, pushing the Clio to its very limits to try and get himself a podium here today. But the Castrol Clio, ooh, I say he's got it wrapped up, but he went quite wide over that corner, but he's not lost any time from it. Homesick Alien still 1.3 second lead here at Interlagos for this second race. Purples again from Guesty, and it's all getting very sweaty at the top. 1.1 second. Homesick Alien can see Guesty slowly pulling him in, and like I said, if he gets within 8/10, then the tow comes into play, and that is when things get very interesting, because there's not much you can do to defend from the tow. So they cross the line with 5 minutes just under to go of this race. And that's about 3 laps, I'd say. Guesty's got 3 laps to try and get something done here. Koi Carp 1.6 seconds. Ensign Ewart keeping him honest all the way. A 46.8 last time around from Ensign Ewart. Koi Carp a 47.0. So their times are very close together. And Ensign Ewart going for one final push in the last couple of laps that's on the table. Homesick Alien keeping Guesty at least a second behind. That's all he can do. What a magnificent race. So Homesick pushing like mad, whilst Guesty tries to close in. Guesty with that 46.2. And Homesick he'll want the fastest lap, he'll want the win. Koikarp, and Koikarp's got himself a nice little buffer there from Ensign Ewart. Ensign Ewart must have made a small mistake in this lap, or Koikarp's absolutely pulled a stunning lap out of the bag, one or the t'other. Koikarp, as he comes up towards the line, 3 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart, as Ensign Ewart cooked his goose trying to chase down Koikarp. And as we see, Koikarp crossed the line with a 47.3. Ensign Ewart, a 48.7, nearly a second slower than Koikarp on that lap. Homesick Alien 7/10. This was the fear. It's just under 3 minutes left of racing, and now Guesty is in the tow zone. And that is when Guesty is at his most dangerous. Another purple for Guesty as he draws up to within 3/10 of Homesick Alien. 2.5 minutes on the clock. This is stressful for Homesick Alien. So would like the win. After missing out on the first race, coming second, he'd love to take first in the second race. Guesty has got something to say about that. Excuse me. And like I said, this lap and the next, and that's it, I think. Koikarp 3 seconds ahead of Ensign Ewart. And that's it. I think it's all wrapped up for Koi. He can only throw this one away now with only one more lap to go. Homesick Alien 5/10 ahead of Guesty. He's going to get a lovely tow up the hill and into the first corner. I believe one more lap on the counter for these guys as they cross the line to start lap 17, and that will be their final lap. And Guesty, he's only got 3 miles or so, just under 3 miles. I don't know how long this track is to get the move done. Just a few corners. He's there 5/10. He hasn't pulled any closer. He's going to get another tow down here. I think he's going to try and save it to the final corner. There's not really many opportunities. He's going to be a little too far back down this straight. Purples again for Guesty in the first sector. He does have the fastest lap so far, a little wide through there. Homesick Alien 6/10 ahead, 30 seconds on the clock. Homesick Alien's just got to stay ahead of him for a few more corners as they go up the sweeping right-hander up the hill, down towards the hairpin. And Koi is only 2 seconds. Ensign's pulled up back a second on Koi. But this is the battle at the moment. Homesick Alien 4/10 ahead of Guesty. Guesty's racing him all the way to the finish line. Homesick Alien just has to stay ahead. Even tighter. Guesty, he was waiting for that final corner. We said he was probably waiting for the final corner. That's one of his best opportunities up the hill. Try and get the tow to the finish line. And Homesick Alien is a sitting duck as he goes towards the line. Guesty getting a lovely tow. Can Homesick Alien stay ahead before he gets to the finish line? I think he might be able to. He's trying to break the toe a little bit there for Guesty. Guesty staying right with him, but Homesick Alien takes the win, does he? He does. Homesick Alien takes the win by a 10th from Guesty, and Koikarp for his second podium today. Take a boo, my son. And Ensign Ewart finishes in 4th, and Pat, I think, my friend, Great lap times, great consistency. I just think your gearbox was a little bit long. Just a little bit. And that's why you couldn't keep up with those guys. You want to be getting to the top of that 6th by the end of the straight, but great car. The Rich Energy natural seal oil, all natural seal oil, sorry. Crosses the line in 5th place. Great stuff. And there you go. Guesty and Homesick got a win each. And that was brilliant. I wonder what we'll race next Friday. And there you go. Homesick Alien celebrates a great win. We don't give him a trophy, though, because he's got enough. He's got no room at home for him. So I'll take you to the race results. I want a Super Formula race next week. If we're just picking random races, then a 60-minute Super Formula race at Monza. Can we have that? Please? Anyone out there? Super Formulas at Monza, 60 minutes. That's my wish for next Friday. So Homesick Alien takes the win. Guesty in 2nd, Koikart 3rd, Ensign Hewitt finished in 4th, and Pat came home in 5th, but I think Pat's gearbox a bit long for that track. Fastest lap with a 1:45.9, so he did get it into the 45s. Great stuff from Guesty. Right, in the stream chat, Pat saying, think carrying a seal as part of the sponsorship agreement might not have helped. There you go. Yeah, he had a seal in the passenger seat, and now they're going to take that off to the blender and make some oil out of it. Great stuff. Well, that was just a fun thing for Friday. We do have the Max 5 starting soon, I think. In a couple of weeks, possibly. So we've got 2 more spare Fridays. If anyone's got any ideas, put them in Discord, what you'd like to see. And we will. Formulas 60-minute race at Monza. But I don't know if I'll get what I want. And the chat is as Coy saying we should do this again next Friday, and Ensign Hewitt saying cheers thingy, great races. That was good fun. I'm happy to see the Clios all the way up to the max. I'm hoping someone takes it up on, you know, any evening, because the Clios are such fun. And the tuning isn't that scary, because as soon as you find the tune, which Homesick Aliens really posted in Discord, all you have to do is change your gears just so you're hitting the top gear at the end of the longest straight of the track, and you're good to go. Okay, so what have we got coming up for you soon? Tuesday evening, we carry on. Well, we're going to the 2nd round of the Super GTs, and they will be racing around Interlagos. There you go. I was moaning that we don't do Interlagos enough, and there we go, 2 in a row. We're at Interlagos. Now I'm going to go and look at the Renault Megans and find out they're at Interlagos. I don't think they were. No, oh God, worse. They're at Willow Springs on Thursday. You can't miss Thursday's race. That's going to be bananas. And then Friday night, who knows what we got. I'd like to see more Clio Cups. I'd like to see Super Formulas. I'd like to just see like the greatest hits of VRC. And in the chat, Mama Homesick saying an exciting couple of races. Well done, Homesick, Guesty, and thanks, Thingy. Homesick Alien saying well done, everyone, and thank you, Thingy. That's my pleasure, anytime. If I hear there's a race on, I want to talk about it. Okay, I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Mike Rochburns. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club for this very special Virtual Racers Club Friday evening event, supported by Rich Energy, all natural seal oil. Thank you very much. Peace and love. Peace and love.